Welcome back to Cyberpunk 2077. On with the plot. I like this, how it kind of scans you to see who you are, and then it will give you the only buttons you have access to. It's a good combination of making this easy to use and also telling the player, that they're in a high-tech environment that scans them all the time. Much better than just having like 80 buttons. Wilson constantly shouting, "Hey, don't go," certainly is distracting, though. Hopefully he'll stop at some point. He's now like 80 floors above us. Alright, so we just had our Mass Effect elevator ride. At some point, the doors will open.
From all of us at WNS News, we wish you a safe and fun Matsuri.
Oh, okay, I have to walk into them. Whatever. Down here, we've got another kind of plaza sort of area. But the idea with this plaza is that it's the last cramped space. Their hope here is to make you feel like you are inside in a dimly lit area as kind of a crunch. And then what they do is they open way up out there. So the basic concept here is, I've talked about this before, you often go as a fundamental way of designing your levels. You want to go big, small, big, small, big, small. Just because that constantly changes what the player is perceiving and the scale at which people work, their brains work. So you want to constantly squeeze down and then open way up. They ruin it by having a pop-up right here, which completely destroys our sense of size, since it's a pop-up that's completely separate from the rest of the game. And then, when we come out here, it's going to be ruined again by another pop-up. No, we didn't get the second pop-up. There it is. No, there was previously a second pop-up. I don't know, it must be luck. But that sort of setup is really awful. You don't want to ruin your big reveal like that. My guess is that the level designers were not asked. They weren't involved with when that pop-up would happen. And so therefore, the team was told, you've got to put in, a description or whatever here. And they were like, but that's going to ruin the reveal of the city. Isn't that something we want to push? Isn't that something we want to make look as good as possible? And nope, no one ever asked you. So when you come out here, you should be like, dun dun dun, look at this awesome big city. But they don't allow you to think that because they interrupt it with a pop-up, and there's no ambience change. One of the ideal things they could have done is, if you were coming down, they could have swept you out of one noise zone into another, which they kind of do given the traffic noises. But you really want to punch it so that the player really feels like they've come to some new amazing location. Another option would have been to have music play, just because music is always a great way to tell the player that something new has happened. There might have been music playing. I had to turn it off, so couldn't tell you.
Hey, is there something I can do for you?
The overall way this is arranged is quite good. I really get a sense that this is an open plaza that's a nice downtown plaza full of people. It's going to be a hub location. I can feel it. Part of that is the sunlight coming down. That's a really good, splashes down into the plaza itself, not onto the streets or anything, but onto the part that matters to us as new visitors. Great way to do it. I also like the light rail setup they've got. I wish the light rail trains passed more frequently. They don't really come as often as you might think, given the footage I just showed you. But it's really a great way to add some motion and some depth. The other thing I wish is I wish there was some literal depth. I wish that our eyes would not perceive those distant Kabayan Foods signs quite as clearly, or maybe put some smoke in front of them specifically, because this particular view straight across, it doesn't really feel as deep as it should be. Physically, it's quite deep. That's like 50 meters. But in terms of how it looks, it feels a lot flatter because we don't have any of those depth indicators like color fade or eye blurring. Oh well. Now, I've never actually been out here. I reset it when I got here because the first time I got here I flubbed it, but it appears to be full of street vendors who will refuse to sell us food. Great. Anyway, our buddy is right here. We could go off and explore the city, but in theory we feel sick, so maybe we should just... What are you two doing? Okie dokie. In theory, we feel sick, so I suppose we should get ourselves patched up by our tutorial doctor. Let's see what happens.
Ah, there you are.
Look at me when you're talking.
Mentioned something about a surprise yesterday. Am I remembering right, or just had brain fog?
Probably both, because you usually forget shit. But it just so happens, I think I might have bagged us a sweet-ass J.O.B.
Go on.
I mean, maybe it's not as big as that, but just that it's fronted by a little-known someone named Dexter Deshawn. Only the top fixer in Night fucking City.
So here they're trying to introduce us to the movers and shakers. I don't really like this kind of introduction just because it's so forced, but it's not terrible. Of course, the problem here is that it's almost certain that we're going to be betrayed.
Trade in your spleen or something?
Yeah, because, you know, a rich guy, a powerful guy trying to give us randos a job, that only happens if they want to cut our spleens
The
out.
one that hooked us up, got us talking. Knew it was a done deal the moment he laid eyes on me. 'Cause come on, ain't nobody who can resist this. Am I right?
Well, you got all the bling.
Sure, Jack. Whatever you say.
And you got a physics animated winged cross, I guess. I don't know what that is. I hope it's not a winged cross. I guess it's probably just a decorated cross.
So what's the gig? We meant to come out in one piece?
No, that's not how the
Our
games
savior wants
work.
to tell you everything himself, face to face. No pressure, but whole deal's riding on you now.
Well, then we better get my my body fixed before we meet him, or else I might just start gushing blood through the nose.
Dex is a real deal when it comes to fixers. Don't get me wrong, don't got nothing against the Padre or Wakako, but Dex is in league of his own. You know what I'm saying?
This is pretty good mocap. It's not really excellent, but it's pretty good.
No, really, no.
It's always the same story. You land on fresh turf, local fixer waves his dick
So the
around,
reason
but
that I am a little bit hesitant about this mocap, you see that thing where he does his shrug and off to the sides? What they've done is they've mocapped the face and the body separately. This is a common practice, and the downside of it is that it makes the animations feel disconnected from each other.
jokes over drinks, but in the end,
That's the weakness of it, but the advantage of it is that you don't have to mocap 9 billion things. You can mocap 100,000 instead.
yeah, no. Brought your wheels. Gave them to my guy yesterday to smooth over the dents after our dust up with the scabs.
Thanks, Jack. Much appreciated.
Some top-notch work Miguel did. Rides like it looks. Factory new.
We'll see about that.
So we rolling or what?
Let's feel this factory new ride.
Aren't I dizzy and dying? Okay, whatever. Oh, so this is the generic car that they set us up with during the cutscene at the beginning of the game, rather than my tricked out ride from the very beginning. Oh well. Where are we headed? That way? Okay. Vroom, 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 vroom. Why can't I start the car? Hello? There's no start car button listed. There's only exit. Der fuck. Oh, there is a depth of field effect. I'm not sure why it wasn't really doing very much earlier, but this doesn't help me turn the fucking car on, does it? Let's check under the hood here. Oh, it lets me. That's cute. I like that. Oh, I almost just died right then. Did you see that? Walking into things is the #1 cause of death in this game. I don't see any problems with it. Little help? Move camera, rotate camera, select option, change value, take screenshot. Those are screenshots. Should I try None of those buttons seem to do anything. Huh. Hmm. Having a rough time here. Alright. We'll just go ahead and open up the Googles. 2077 car won't drive. Now they're talking about the Nomad's car. Trying the keyboard here just to see whether or not maybe that changes things. Vehicle not moving glitch. Car customization has been dropped. How do I fix my car? How do I get my car back? Why can't I call my car? Auto drive car glitch. None of these are even mentioning. Try it again. The car won't start. How do I start my car? There's lots of videos about it. I don't think this is supposed to happen. I don't think this is one of those things that works. So what we're going to do is we are going to show you some of the sausage here. This is how I have lost 6 hours of footage so far. Shit like this. Isn't this fun? It happened in the middle of the episode this time, so I decided not to throw it away. But it is how things always happen. This game does not work. It is... Ooh, I didn't want to draw that. Put it away, you weirdo. That's X, not there. Get in.
First stop. Ripper Duck.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know
Easy on the gas, eh?
what the heck that was, but it was a bug. Congratulations.
I was supposed to stop by Vic's anyhow. I got a date. Me and Misty.
Am I ever gonna meet Misty?
She's so sweet. Really gets me.
Is this gonna be one of those jokes where she's a dog or something? Like an actual literal dog? So right now there... Ooh, sorry about that. Sorry, I am. So right now there's no like pop-ups telling me which way to turn, which is an interesting choice because this is the sort of game where you would expect to see like 4,000 AR pop-ups, and there aren't any. But we still have these really obnoxious glowing icons that I could do without. I wonder if I can turn those off.
Yeah, this is it. Come on, V. Find me once Vic's done dusting your circuits. We'll hash out what Dexter's cooked up for us.
Wow, you walk a little bit funny. Why is your head so far down? Interesting. Obviously, they went with a very specific character walk. That's fine. It's fine. She's got the same walk as her, I guess.
Not only to you.
Sure.
Checking them out?
So we're walking through a different part of the streets. There's some fun stuff back here. We're going to leave it for now. We're not going to talk about it too much. Instead, we're going to talk about the Ripper Doc. Actually, I don't think this is a Ripper Doc. I think it's just a Doc.
Dr. Vector will see you now.
I'll sit tight over here. Me and Misty got
Oh, that's Misty. So there was no joke. It was just
You look pleased.
a nice lady.
Because I am. Always. Makes for easier living. But we got a new job lined up from a big hitter at the afterlife.
Oh, is it gonna be dangerous?
Misty really reminds me of the lady cyborg, lady android from Blade Runner. She's got the Blade Runner hair and the Blade Runner face and the Blade Runner sense of fashion. So,
Hello? Anybody there?
no, I'm wondering something. You see, I've been tweaking the settings, and I don't actually know whether nudity is turned on or turned off. I think I can check. If we go into, yeah, you can see, I can actually see my side boob here, which means that the nudity settings got reverted during the last crash. And unfortunately, you can't turn them on in the middle of the game. See, it's not here. all I can do is turn on analytics. So in order to turn off nudity, what I've got to do is save my game. I'll show you how the sausage is made here. Exit to the main menu. Do 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 do. Press start. Go down to settings. Turn it on again. Reverse it. Hit continue. Do 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 do. There we are. All right. Now we'll just double check and make sure that our boobs have their standard strange quality. Yep, looks like we've got that little boob plate or whatever is going on there. Now we can go in, because I'm pretty sure that a Ripper Doc or any kind of doctor probably going to involve nudity, and I don't want to get killed and murdered in my sleep by Alphabet. That's the people who own YouTube. So, what? Where's the doctor? Why is the doctor's reception area in a different building? That's weird. Why is it set up like that? That's super weird. Huh. Is the idea that we're supposed to get really, like, skeevy vibes? Oh, so that is a Ripper Doc. Okay, that's fine. It's really nice of them to pop up this random tutorial in the middle of a line of dialogue. God, their pop-ups are just the worst.
Good to see you too, B. It's been a while. What do I owe the pleasure today?
It depends. Do you have any loot I can take?
Think I might have gotten spiked.
Experiencing migraines, nausea, hypersensitivity to bright lights.
Oh, kit and caboodle.
All right, kid. We'll sort you out in a flash. Besides that, how are things?
Met a new fixer. Gave me a job. Name's Dexter Deshawn.
We haven't actually met him yet, though.
Known quantity from the afterlife. No denying you're moving up.
But something you're not telling me, Vic?
Keep your guard up, that's all. I've heard some things about Dex. He's not as chill as he makes himself out.
Now, this is pretty standard writing, but it's also quite solid if you need to sort of set the stage up. They're sort of trying to tell us that we're getting into hot water here, step by step. It might have been a little bit fun. Well, never mind. That would be a different game. There's no reason to go into that.
It's getting real. Got a job from Dex Deshawn. Hitting the major leagues. Need tech that can perform.
The Dexter Deshawn?
Oh, what? Is this a surprise to you?
Something. Let me
Their dialogue trees needed to be trimmed a little bit. Do I have the money? I don't believe I have anywhere near $21,000. I've got $1,000.
Quit crying, Vic. I'll bring you the eddies later with interest. You know I will.
Last time. You hear?
Why did it even give me the option to pay him $21,000? It's so blatantly obvious that I wouldn't have that much.
Chair, please. Sit down and relax.
The animations, I like these bits, these canned animations. They really do sell almost everything. The game really makes it feel like you're really in a cyberpunk universe in these cutscenes, but only in these cutscenes.
Groshi, whoa. Vic, nothing tops that on the market.
Sounds like it could come in handy then.
Gave you my word I'd pay you back, but this might be too rich for my blood.
We'll work something out. Right now, I'm just out to make sure you get back in one piece. Eddie's in hand.
These people are so nice. Are they? We'll find out.
You peruse and choose while I scan. See what's going on inside.
Cybernetic implants. Why are they going to tell us twice? If you're going to tell us twice, don't tell us the first time. Ugh. It's literally the exact same text. All right, so here we can see our cyborg body here. I was seeing whether we could trade. Oh, interesting. Cyberware. I guess there's only 2 options. We got 1 available ocular system item. We can switch out for Kiroshi Optics. Kiroshi Optical Cyberware is widely popular. Yeah, so it weighs nothing and it costs nothing. Except a soul. So we're going to go ahead and put that eyeball in. I don't think we've got the options here. I don't think we've got anywhere near enough money. We could get like a RAM upgrade, but who wants a RAM upgrade? Breach time. Shockwave. None of these things seem terribly interesting. Just looking around. These are all super expensive, but they should be. That's the whole point of cyberware, right? These are all... They require some street cred, huh? Interesting. $45,000. Whew. Alright, so we can replace our hand with a ballistic coprocessor for $0. That seems like a good idea. But it also seems completely worthless. I don't think I would ever want to bounce bullets off of walls. We'll see.
Mark 1, like I said. Decent enough scanner. Displays data on your cornea. Cherry on the top's a built-in external lens disruptor. In layman's terms, any surveillance cam will capture your faces.
So now we have been informed as to how we can break laws without getting too much heat on us.
This should do the trick. Talks to Kiroshi Tech too.
I'm ready. Carve away.
Excellent. Let's do this.
Do you have a 300
Your league arm of yours,
tattoo? Is that
just like that. Thanks. Now a bit of anesthetic.
Oh no, we're gonna see some gory stuff. Ah.
Feel anything?
Same as always. Don't feel a thing. You ask me that every time, you know. Not as if things are gonna be any different today.
Someday they will be different, yeah.
Not like there's any risk of a stroke or paralysis, but what do I know? I'm just a doctor. That's what I thought.
Why are you wearing sun... Well, I guess you probably have cybernetic eyes, so sunglasses are okay. Ah!
Okay, let's test this. See the magic in action. Linking you in.
Well, that was fast.
You might feel a little discomfort at first. Blurred vision, low contrast, glitches.
I'm still dressed like a basketball player. Oh, this is cool! He's actually putting it... Oh, that's really neat. These cutscenes are great.
Well, how's it look? Feel all right to you?
Oh, this is fantastic, Vic.
Oh, beautiful. Time for the scanner.
That should just be like a tutorial that comes in place. That shouldn't be a pop-up. Whatever.
To adjust. But first time's rarely the...
So the reason I'm complaining about the pop-ups is that they really aggressively interrupt the game, just like hitting pause here does. What really bothers me about them is we have cyberware that can display shit to us in-world. Why are we using non-diegetic pop-ups? Shouldn't we have in-world pop-ups? It's immensely confusing to me that they'd said, you know what this game needs? More obnoxious interruptions that don't actually happen in the game world, even though there are plenty of obnoxious interruptions that do happen in the game world. Just put all of your obnoxious interruptions in the game world, if you can do that. Why are we doing this nonsense?
Cool
Whatever.
with anything, really. Scanner should eventually sync with your thought processes and read your intentions.
NCPD database? Really?
Also inject an NCPD file search. Run into any ne'er-do-wells?
Okay, that I guess is a handy way for us to make bounty hunter progress, but just granting us cop privileges is kind of a strange thing to just kind of throw in as an extra. Once again, a pop-up that explains what he just explained. A pop-up that is not diegetic and distracts you from the world. Nonsense. Just nonsense.
It ought to work like a charm. Now draw your weapon.
I was trying to pause so we could see the hand there. I guess I can't do that. So, the hand, if you take a look, you can see that it's not just a texture overlay. There are actually random cybernetic doodads pasted to the palm and to the fingers. It's a little late to show you now, though. And that's cool, and it also means that you can't have hands that are different. You can't have differently shaped hands because they would need to have all of the cyberware
How about the
fixed up. All the cyberware would have to be different.
Done and gone while we were putting in your implant. And a full sweep on your soft and circuits. Zap the critter. You're certified bug-free.
You're pretty good, Victor.
Shit, Victor, not bad. I don't know what to say.
Say you'll take this and remember the dosage. 2 whiffs now, and another 2 in an hour.
You're the best, Vic. I owe you.
Go on, kid. Show them what you're made of.
Now, there are 2 ways that the... Oh, look at that bald spot. That's super cute. So, this is...
Guard up, you idiot.
Sorry, I'm
Punch him.
So the thing that's distracting me now is the game is trying to get me to get a move on. These characters that we're being introduced to, Jackie and Victor here, are super friendly and nice, and there are 2 ways the game could go. They could either be actually friendly and nice, in which case we would have to defend them from the many things that are going to go wrong and screw them over, or they could be the things that go wrong and screw us over. It's hard to know which way the game will take it. Both of those ways have value. Having a friend that is at risk is even better than having a friend that turns on you, because it keeps it open. Once you rescue the friend, that's more of a friend than ever. Once a friend betrays you, well, that's pretty much that card played, isn't it? Oh, you know what? It has been an entire episode, more than enough for an episode, so we're going to call that a day. See you around.